We're doing it. We're live.
We're live.
Welcome.
Welcome. Week 11.
Buenas tardes.
Yes, buenas tardes. I hope you've had a great week.
Mm-hmm.
Ours has gone fast and we have done a lot.
Yep. That's been really good.
Yeah. So just a few housekeeping matters. We're going to answer questions at the end of this video. So put them in the comments if you would like us to answer something at the end. As always, join our newsletter, which you can do on our website and on Twitter. And each month we're going to draw one person that we're going to give away a free 45-minute chat, and you can just hang out with us and ask any Bitcoin or El Salvador questions.
Absolutely. Or even New Zealand questions if you like.
Yeah, even New Zealand questions. Yeah, got no problem with that.
Yeah.
And then there was one other thing, which is
adopting BTC.
Adopting BTC. Right. This is basically your last week to buy tickets. If you buy with our code, you get 21% off. And then if you're a Salvadoran, you can get tickets for $21 if you have a DUI. So
worth it.
Yeah, this is basically the last week that you want to buy because the prices are going to get really high after this after the end of the month.
And as far as we know, we can't offer a discount at the end of after the end of the month, so it's full price.
Yeah. So if you're on the fence, now is basically the best time to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Monday, Nicki, what did we do last Monday?
What did we do Monday? We had an interesting Monday last week. Of course, we spent the morning working on our typical work stuff, but then we also did our YouTube. Finishing off that for our weekly YouTube. We worked on our newsletter, and of course we worked on our live, and then we had our Monday live, which was always lots of fun to do.
Yep.
Then I went down to cook dinner. We ran out of our gas for the stove, which was a little bit of a bummer, so we got to go out for pizza.
Yeah, it was really good pizza in El Tunco, and it's funny how the universe sets us up.
It is. It's really interesting, yeah. So as we're walking down to the pizza, which is Tunco Velouz.
It's a funny name.
Yep. And so we were walking down there, and we saw Salvi from Tunco Life. He's Salva from Tunco Life. He's a tour operator. If you want to go on any tours when you're coming to Adopting BTC, check out for Salva.
Yes, that's
seriously,
a good point.
He's a great. He's bilingual, and he's got so much cultural knowledge here in El Salvador. Absolutely. Wonderful.
He's going to be. We've talked to him about going to see some of the Incan things. So we just need to create time to do that. But
great guy.
I haven't put a link in this description, but I will. Post this video.
Yeah, so we had a great. Anyway, we caught up with him, and he had some other YouTubers that were traveling through El Salvador that wanted to meet up. So we got some phone numbers that we could actually organise to meet up with them. But more on that later. So we bought pizza. We used the Blue Wallet to pay, and we paid with Bitcoin.
We certainly did. We love playing with Lightning.
Yep. So that was Monday. So.
Yes.
Here we go, Tuesday.
Yeah, and we need to go and experiment with. We've actually been talking about going to more Bitcoin-friendly restaurants, so that's something we're going to do in the future and make little videos about that.
Yeah.
Tuesday, we went to the Bitcoin landing spot, which is a boutique hotel in San Salvador. Yes. If we had have known about this before we came to El Salvador, we would have stayed there.
It would have been amazing.
Yes.
It would have just I don't know. It's just been really great.
Yeah. If you know anybody who is coming to El Salvador and doesn't know where to stay, we highly recommend the Bitcoin landing spot because it has everything we didn't have, which was a washing machine, a decent kitchen, a pool.
Clean, tidy, your own living space, but shared space as well. It's got workstations, it's got conference rooms.
Yes.
And it's just really 1970s.
Art Deco. It's really cool. It's awesome. I feel like I'm in a Bond film in there. It's really cool. And great people, very friendly. It's in the middle of town, so you got Uber, and you're right next to the immigration office. It's enough plugging, but it's
cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. We, if you know somebody who's coming, I'll put a link for that after this live as well. And then so while we were there, we also organised to meet a new expat that had come here, and he's setting up a new visa system as well. So if you're looking for a cost-effective way to set yourself up with a visa, get in touch with us. We'll put you in touch with Dan, and we'll go forward with. You can. Well, we won't go forward, but you can have a chat to them about what services they offer. So that was really exciting because they also got to talk to Bitcoin Landing and build a relationship.
And guess who else we met up there?
Tell me.
Forgot to put the people from Portugal. We've got people.
Oh, yes.
Another couple moving here to El Salvador from Portugal, of all places.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you're thinking about escaping to Portugal, don't do that. Come to El Salvador. Because the Portuguese are coming here.
Yeah.
But Portugal, they're basically under the thumb of Europe. I know they're talking about Bitcoin laws, but they're not going to be like El Salvador. It's a different game here.
Yeah.
So once we've done all of that networking, which was awesome, we took off to Vidri hardware store to buy a few bits and pieces for the house. One thing was a hot plate. So next time we run out of gas, we can heat water with the electricity, which is kind of cool.
Which is a blessing. Because did you know that it's been the last 3 times that we've run out of gas?
Yep.
3 times in a row. So the hot plate's going to be.
No, but anyway, I got to buy a second bottle. That's the trick. Okay, so while we were doing all of our food shopping in San Salvador, we stopped for an ice cream because why not?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And this vehicle pulls up and he's like, "Excuse me, are you guys Nicki and James?" We're like, "We are."
Yeah.
And he said, "My wife loves your show," and she was in the car and she's like, "Hi." And that's awesome. So if you guys are watching, hello, thank you for saying hello. We appreciate everybody who stops and does that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. While we were shopping, gym weights were on special, so we bought some, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, we stopped to get some hair supplies for Nicki in La Jolla, which is our little strip mall on the way out. And we talked to the local shop owner, and it was quite interesting. He really wanted to practice his English, which was awesome. And we took that as an opportunity to talk to him about Bitcoin. And it was quite interesting. He had opposing views about why he didn't want to adopt it. And that's really good for us to hear. We also enjoy that information.
Yeah. And it's good because, I mean, the more people we talk to and we get to understand their reasoning, then it makes us easier. So when we next go in, we can sort of chat to them about what's been happening and how are they aware of things and stuff like that. So it just builds that relationship and ways of maybe sort of trying to get them to change their minds and see what's going on.
And his response that really stuck out was he believed that it was a marketing gimmick by the government. And we said, well, it's working because we're here. And then our gas arrived, so we got to cook dinner.
Yes, we did. So that was good. Right, Wednesday. Okay, so we got a phone call from our neighbours, and they said, do you want to come over? We've got somebody who really, really wants to meet you. And so we went across, and it was a Canadian looking at moving to El Salvador, and he's been following all of our YouTubes, and he's really, really excited about coming down, and he really just wanted to get the vibe, see if he fits in, see if he's got some connections, and I'm pretty sure he's made his mind up now to come down. But he's just been doing a trip around just to see what it's like, and so he's really excited.
Just while I'm thinking about it, if you guys have any questions or comments on the shop owner that we spoke to, put the questions in the chat and we'll answer them at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So we did that. When we were shopping yesterday, the day before, we bought some products for our neighbours, and they paid us back using the Stripe app. Yeah. So we got that paid, so that was really good. And then
we don't actually use Strike a lot, and the reason we've got it is because we've been able to KYC here in El Salvador.
Yeah.
And they're using the US version of the Strike app, so it was quite interesting to use that for us.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's basically US dollar denominated only, so it's quite an interesting experience. You don't deal with Bitcoin or Satoshi up front. It's all dollar based.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, but that was good to give it a go and to try
really
it. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Then the Canadian came over and we sat for a few hours and pretty much talked about rental tips and the state of the world, what's going on in the world, and really looking at how Bitcoin is getting adopted here and what Bitcoin means to us all, and what's going on, which is great.
Yes.
So that was Wednesday.
Yeah, like this week has been crazy.
Lots of new people. It's wonderful. Love it.
And this is a large part of why we do the show, is because like the activity that's happening here in El Salvador, it's awesome. Like there's so many great people coming. The like-mindedness is excellent. The conversations you have in New Zealand, people didn't want to talk to me about Bitcoin, but here everyone wants to talk to me about Bitcoin. That's really cool. Even if they don't, I talk to them about Bitcoin. All right, Thursday.
Yeah.
So Thursday, we basically got out our latest video, which was the Casa del Bitcoin, and that is the Paxful House in San Salvador. If you haven't been yet, there's a number of reasons we recommend you go. So they actually have the Bitcoin Lightning Fiat Coin ATM, and this is fun.
The K1, it is so much fun to use.
Yeah. We've done a video on it, but you put coins in and you get Lightning out. It's awesome. Then also they do free education up there, and it's also a classroom that you can book to educate Bitcoin stuff as well. So if you need a space,
it's there. I think that's really important. We've all got so much knowledge, and we've all learned so many things in the years that if you've got something that you feel would be really beneficial to educate people on, you can use that space and it doesn't cost you anything. And it's great. Yeah.
It's excellent.
Yeah. And if you're a Salvadoran, or even if you're an expat and you're wanting to learn more about Bitcoin, they have free Bitcoin classes.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. I don't know where they advertise them. Maybe Twitter. We had trouble finding a good source. So Paxful guys, if you're listening, you need a better
way to promote
the classes. Yeah. And then
what else do they have?
Yeah, they have a co-working space which is free. So if you've arrived in El Salvador, or you've gone to visit San Salvador for the day, and you're like, man, I need to hang out for an hour to get some work done, you can go there and use the internet for free in the courtyard in the middle, which is awesome.
And coffee.
They
Burrito coffee. The sushi blend is the best.
Yeah, they have great high quality coffee there.
Yeah, and quesadillas.
Yeah. Yep. Salvadoran cheesecake. Yum. And lots of parking, so you can actually park out the back.
Yeah, it's really good.
Problems.
So check our video out. It's on YouTube. Yeah,
yes,
on all about that. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, that's what that was all about. Yeah. And then lunchtime swim, which is good. We had a lot. We need to do that sometimes.
Just get out.
Yeah, get out. And we went to the gym with the new weights, which was awesome. So we're really enjoying that. And Nicki's going to tell you all about our Friday, which got intense. Yeah.
Okay, so that was really intense.
This is where like the end of our week just ramped up. Yeah,
we had a great Friday weekend. It was absolutely amazing. Started the day just trying to get all our things finished off because we knew we had some visitors. So we spent the afternoon with FNA Van Life. So that's Frankie and Alex and their van life. Now these guys are YouTubers. They are traveling. They have been YouTubing for the last 3 years. They live in a van, and they've been traveling from Alaska down, and they're traveling down to Panama and then back up again, which is great, or back to the States anyway.
Over 1 year.
And over 1 year.
Yeah.
And they've got little Poco, their dog, which is good. So they're traveling around with him, and they're the most gorgeous couple. Check out their YouTube channel. It was so much fun. They wanted to connect with us because they want to learn more about Bitcoin and how Bitcoin works and how it's working in El Salvador. So we caught up with them here, had a really lovely catch up, and then decided, and then it was so funny because they of course came with their van. We had the neighbours contact us, go, whose van is it? We need to check it out.
Yes, Francesco. I want to see inside the van. Are they with you? It was pretty funny. It was awesome.
So we ended up, we decided to head out because we hadn't gone and got groceries because in the Mercados. So anyway, we were a bit short on food. So we decided to head out for dinner. And so when we went to the van to collect a few bits and pieces, Francesco and then Dave da Silva and then the Dutch trio and then a new
Yes, a new Bitcoiner
Yeah,
has just
Bitcoiner.
moved into our area, which is awesome.
Yeah, and of course the new Canadian all came out to check out the van, and it was so cool to see. And even the wonderful comments that we get from the community here, because so many of them we have inspired to come, and it's really neat to sort of see what we have been doing, inspiring other people who are then inspiring other people, and it's just this big circular movement of everybody sort of supporting everybody else and encouraging people. If you want to try and move somewhere else, if you want to try and look at living in El Salvador, then look, there's all these people coming, and it's just really cool. Loving that.
I'm seeing some questions pop up in the chat.
Yep.
We will answer those at the end. So if you have questions about F&A van life, let us know.
Yeah. Yep. So that was really lovely. Then we decided to go to this restaurant, which was pretty loud.
Oh, yes, El Chapo.
And the meal wasn't great, but that's fine. It's all experience.
Everything's $1.50. The beers, the cocktails, the food. It's an experience. It's a funny experience
might not be back for a while. But anyway, but it was just good, and they didn't accept Bitcoin, but that's okay. So we went and did that, and that was. And I think one of the things about everybody coming is El Salvador is becoming really multicultural.
Yeah.
Everybody is from all walks of around the world. It's just awesome. Yeah. It's really, really cool. I mean, it's becoming amazing.
Yeah.
So Friday was really busy. Loved meeting up with these new friends of ours. And they ended up parking the van in our little parking spot, and they spent the night. So that was really lovely. And Saturday.
Yeah. Oh. So we'd had a bit of a plan. So in the morning, we needed to go to the market and get some vegetables. So we saw this as a great opportunity to go with Frankie and Alex to the market, the Mercado, and show them our routine and talk to some of our regular vendors about Bitcoin, because the market is actually one of the few places that we don't use Bitcoin much.
No, we don't. No. Yeah.
And so this was a good catalyst for us to actually say, hey, we've got these YouTubers, they want to ask a question about Bitcoin. So away we went. Nicki's Nicki made us a green smoothie first. I
was thinking, it is every morning I make the green smoothie pretty much, but I just thought I'd better put it in there.
Well, it was a nice treat. These guys were impressed. Coconut water green smoothie. So that was cool. And it was a really interesting experience. So we didn't record for us, they recorded for them. So we will share the video when they put it out. They're about a month behind. But it was quite cool to see the people in the Mercado actually hanging around, watching what we're doing, listening, wanting to be in the video.
It was so funny. You saw a few people just kept following us around and sort of with all of a sudden being there. That's quite cool.
Which is quite cool. So it was what would I say? I think it was quite constructive. We did have one of the vendors download the Bitcoin Beach wallet, and we sent him $1, and then his wife wouldn't let him accept payment for some goods in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So we ended up paying for the goods in cash. But we tipped them for letting us, spending time with us, answering questions, and setting up the wallet.
Yeah. It was really good. It was so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was only the start of the day.
Yeah. And okay, I'll carry on. We'll get out of the market. So on the way back from the market, we stopped at our local favorite cocoa vendors.
Yeah.
And
Marlene y Cocos.
Marlene y Cocos. And we did a Bitcoin transaction there. And these guys loved it. They had a great time.
Yeah, and they did their first Bitcoin transaction.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So
they did.
Frankie and Alex did their first Bitcoin transaction.
Yeah. So that was really, they were wrapped. They were so excited.
So it was awesome. Buying coconuts on the side of the road. What's awesome is we're getting a sign made for these guys. And if you're coming to conference, that sign is going to be on the side of the road, and you can stop and buy cocos from Oscar and Marlene on your way to Bitcoin Beach on the Thursday.
Yes.
On the Thursday. Yep. So the last day conference is going to be at El Zonte. So you're going to be able to buy cocos at the bottom of the hill.
Yep.
Then we headed off to El Zonte to have breakfast at Carnegie Cafe, and we paid in Bitcoin. Hi, Ollie. Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, we love Ollie's breakfasts, and it's always a great experience. People enjoy the simplicity of it, the quality of the food, and paying in Bitcoin.
Yes, absolutely.
So they also did a mini clip of Ollie as well.
They did. Yeah, they did
Just asking him about his experience here in El Salvador and buying with Bitcoin. So like we said, like this week has been massive with these guys. We
crossed over the river.
Oh yeah, we crossed the river.
I fell in.
Got some drone shots. Nicki hurt her toe. Yeah.
It was quite rough.
It was.
Or something. It was slippery. Yeah.
And then we
went up to Hope House.
Oh yes, we went to Hope House, said hello to the guys there, which was awesome. And then we wandered around a bit looking for an ice cream shop. Doris, where is it? We can't find it.
We can't find the ice cream shop, Doris, if you're listening.
Yeah. And then we went home for a great swim at the beach, and the rip was crazy.
Yeah.
And then we did salmon on the barbecue for dinner, which was awesome. So again, Frankie and Alex, they stayed the night again after a big day.
Yeah.
We got to just chat, so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Really interesting people, and just about life in general. And a bit more Bitcoin stuff. And man, it was a massive
It was
day.
so much fun. It was so much fun sort of watching other YouTubers and how they do their filming and just the interaction, and it was really cool. It was really fun, and sort of that whole working together to create something was great.
Yep.
It was really cool. Really loved it. And then Sunday, so again we started another day with a green smoothie. We had a beautiful scrambled eggs breakfast. It was really nice.
We did
have a nice cooked breakfast here at home.
Yes.
It was really nice. Said farewell to our new friends, FNA Van Life. So Frankie and Alex. So we said goodbye to them. They carried on their journeys.
Just for anyone who's wondering, FNA is like slang.
Yeah.
So if you're Salvadoran and you're not sure, it's a play on words.
And then James and I spent the day. It was really cool because they gave us so many ideas. So it was quite neat for us to sort of download, really sit and spend the day just sort of chatting and talking and coming up with concepts and moving forward.
Yeah,
it was really neat to do that. And then caught up. New Zealand had a public holiday on the Monday, which was our Sunday. So it was really neat. We had an opportunity to really catch up with a lot of our family.
Yeah.
So we did that. Then we caught up with some fellow Bitcoiners in Australia. Hanging out to waiting for these guys to turn up. So they're going to be turning up.
I think they're watching. They're often watching.
They're going to be turning up in the new year. So really looking forward to actually meeting them in person. But it was really neat. Again, just getting good feedback. Love the feedback. So anyone here who's watching our YouTubes, love the feedback because good or bad, at least we can, hopefully
constructive feedback
is always better than And just so we can, keep developing things that you want to see and how we can improve what we're doing. Yeah. But it was really good. So that was our Sunday, and then we crashed out. Yeah.
That's the big week that we've just had. We've spent a lot more time talking about our week than we normally do, and we wanted to squeeze in some questions at the end.
Yeah, so it was really fun. Bitcoin Lightning tip.
A Bitcoin Lightning tip. I'm not super organized for that, am I? I should have been.
No, James.
All right. So what I'm going to recommend is that you try, if you can, get your hands on the Strike app, whether you're normally from the US, Canadian and Salvadoran app stores, maybe the UK. I would recommend downloading it and trying it. The main reason, there's a couple of main reasons. You can actually connect it to your bank account, but it's all based in dollars, but it's running on Bitcoin. So you can still, even though it's in dollars, you can send to Bitcoin addresses and Lightning addresses, and you can send Lightning back to this wallet. And it's actually quite good for you to get that experience of seeing how the dollars and the Lightning actually interact seamlessly. Strike, go download it. There's actually a link down in the description. If you download it and you're in the US, you'll get $5. We'll get 25 cents.
Yeah. yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Life in El Salvador, I think it's about, if you come or when you come to El Salvador, if you're here in El Salvador, make the most of all that fresh produce. We love our green smoothie. We've talked about the green smoothies this week. So easy to make, some fresh cocoa water, agua de coco. We starting to grow spinach and mint in our garden now, so we're just picking spinach leaves as well as mint leaves. I always buy a pineapple, cut it up, freeze it in the freezer, and put a couple of pieces in that for the sweetness. I squeeze some lemon juice, and then we also do get some moringa powder, which we get an organic one, and we just put a scoopful of that in there as well, and whiz it up. And sometimes I do put ginger, and it's just a really nice sort of good morning energy.
One of the really good benefits of it is the electrolytes. So especially as summer starts coming in, having good sources of electrolyte drinks is really important. And the coconut water does that, which is one of the reasons we incorporate it into every day. Cool. That's a tip for living in El Salvador.
Absolutely. So we've got some questions, but do you want to just go over the adopting things?
Join our newsletter either on Twitter or on our website, because we're going to give away a free call early next week. We could actually do it on the Monday. Well, we could do it on the Monday.
We could do it on Monday.
Well, see what happens. No, it'll be on the Tuesday, because we won't give out people's details. And adopting BTC, this is your last chance to buy tickets before the price starts ramping up. Basically, the price will go up to $500 on the door. And right now you can get 21% discount with our code in the description below. It's actually, there it goes down there, NJES21. So do that if you've been thinking about it. Get it over and done with.
And then one other thing that I was just thinking about that's just gone through, what do we also normally talk about? New format. Sorry, new format in regards to our Monday lives is the fact that we will be answering questions at the end of the Monday live. So here we go.
I'm going to do it. So I'm going to read out some of the questions.
Cool.
And Frankie, greetings, guys. Thank you. And and Julio, hi, nice seeing you guys. Okay, my question is, what is Bitcoin Lightning and what is the purpose of it? Thank you. Okay. So if you're aware of what Bitcoin is, Bitcoin is basically the digital asset which we can send and receive with each other. And that is on something called the layer 1 blockchain. And it takes 10 minutes for a transaction to happen, which is quite slow. Then what people have gone and done is they've gone and built a secondary layer on top, which is the Lightning protocol, or the Lightning layer, or the Lightning network. And this is a layer 2. And it allows people to put their Bitcoin from layer 1 onto layer 2, and then send fractions, which are called Satoshis, just like cents, to each other. And what this does is basically create a payment network, much like a Visa card or debit card, more like debit card because there's no credit, a debit card payment network, which is instant. So I think we've got a couple of videos where we actually show the instant transactions. If you check out our coffee, what was that one called? Was it on Paxful? We did it on our latest video on Paxful. You can see how fast those transactions are. Hopefully that helps clear up some information and make sense. Good question. Frankie, I must say I've never seen Bitcoin on this range of 20K. This has been a month or so holding that range. Good opportunity to buy. Remember, if you buy, it probably will go down again.
That's what he tells me every time. He lets me go and buy, and then he goes, "Well, I'll let you buy first, Nick, because then it will always go down, and then he'll buy it." So that's what.
So I dollar cost average after Nicki's dollar cost average.
I don't know how that works, but that's all right.
It's just time. You got to remember there are large players manipulating markets, and we're not here to trade. We are here to live the lifestyle of Bitcoin and what that represents, which is basically taking responsibility and freedom. And then Donaldo, the entrance to the conference, I see they will be very expensive. I am still looking for permission in my work to be able to participate when in the last day to take advantage of the ticket offer. Okay. Donaldo, if you have a Salvadoran DUI, you can get a $21 ticket, and you'll need to email, I think it's info@adoptingbtc.com, but check their website, whatever it is. It might be adoptingbitcoin.org, info@adoptingbitcoin.org. Email them with your DUI details, and they will give you a $21 ticket. The last day is on the door, which will be $500, and I don't know if you'll get the $21 ticket at that point. Might be too late.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No.
Frankie, have you guys tried LA tomatada de huevo yet? No, we haven't.
we haven't.
Not LA, la tomatada de huevo, which is that tomatoes and eggs? I think, did we have that with Johnny's parents?
Yes, I think
maybe.
we did.
We may have tried it
Yeah.
once early on.
Yeah.
And my mum still does it for me from time to time.
Nice.
Homemade mum cooking is
It's
the best. Food is the way to my heart. Nicki knows that. And then Leonardo, hi James, where are you from? So Nicki and I are from New Zealand.
We are.
We bought one-way tickets to come to El Salvador and be part of the Bitcoin revolution.
Yeah, and we moved at the beginning of February, so we're nearly at 9 months of being in El Salvador. Very close. Next Friday week will be 9 months. Yeah, it's amazing.
So Leonardo, if you have more questions, we do a monthly live. Basically, where anybody can ask any questions about moving to El Salvador. We share pretty much everything we've done, which is like buying cars, getting tax numbers, getting visas, buying a house, renting a house. Just crazy shopping stuff. Where to buy shops. I mean, not where to buy shops, but where to buy certain things.
And and places we've been and
So we've done it. We've got all the questions. We're going to stop them there. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week, and we will use Bitcoin Lightning. Try download the Strike app.
Yes, use Lightning. There's the Strike app, which I mentioned below. There's a link down below. If you're in the States, you get $5 just for signing up. Oh, because F&A, so Frankie and Alex, they signed up and they got $5 just for signing up in the States. We got 25 cents. I'm going to message Jack Mellors about that. That's
because we have downloaded it through the El Salvadorian App Store, not through the American. I mean,
it kind of sucks that Salvadorans only get 25 cents for signing people up, yet Americans get $5. And I understand that there's a big more money to be made off the US people, but if a Salvadoran signs up a US person, I mean, they should get the $5 as well. I mean, Anyway, my 10 satoshis for the afternoon.
All right. Have a wonderful week, guys, and we'll catch you next Monday.
Yes, next Monday. Thank you very much. Have a great week.